This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. When Donald Trump was campaigning to become the President of the United States of America, I just thought it was very strange in the way he was behaving. And I noticed that a lot of the racists that came out of the woodworks, they were becoming more and more vocal. And I also noticed that when they became vocal and exposed themselves, they wound up losing their jobs and careers, and some of them went to prison. And I said, you know what? I think Donald Trump is some type of plant to get these racists to expose themselves. These people don't realize is that they have been played by Donald Trump. I mean, he played into your own hands. He gave you people what you wanted. But you have to realize that this is all one big show. And the world is going into a different direction. They are trying to move in to this area called peace. But I watched this guy named Jack Van Impe some years back, and he said that America was going to have some fake peace going on. And I see that this fake peace is happening today. People are being forced into accepting things that they normally wouldn't. And it started with this gay agenda. You have a lot of people that are saying they're okay with this, knowing deep down in their hearts they are not. But if they were to say anything contrary to that, they will lose their jobs. So you have all these white people that really just don't care too much about black people. And they have been tired of pretending to like black people for all these years. And they come up with a guy like Donald Trump. And now these racists are speaking their minds. But one thing you have to realize is Donald Trump is president and you are not. That is why you people are going to jail. Y'all got played by Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump put their key in your back. All you people rushed down there to the state capitol, rushed up in there destroying property. A cop wound up getting killed. 4 other people wound up losing their lives. You went in looting and destroying. Hey. And they have this facial recognition camera. And there's been a lot of pressure being put on these people to convict all of you people. I mean, I look at these pictures, there's more than 50 people up there. But it's going to take some time for them to sort through all these different faces and see what the hell is going on. But I'm finna prove to you people right now that Donald Trump was never on your side.
To begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. We have just been through an intense election and emotions are high. But now tempers must be cooled and calm restored. We must get on with the business of America. My campaign vigorously pursued every legal avenue to contest the election results. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. In so doing, I was fighting to defend American democracy. I continue to strongly believe that we must reform our election laws to verify the identity and eligibility of all voters and to ensure faith and confidence in all future elections. Now Congress has certified the results. A new administration will be inaugurated on January 20th. My focus now turns to ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless transition of power. This moment calls for healing and reconciliation. 2020 has been a challenging time for our people. A menacing pandemic has upended the lives of our citizens, isolated millions in their homes, damaged our economy, and claimed countless lives. Defeating this pandemic and rebuilding the greatest economy on earth will require all of us working together. It will require a renewed emphasis on the civic values of patriotism, faith, charity, community, and family. We must revitalize the sacred bonds of love and loyalty that bind us together as one national family. To the citizens of our country, serving as your president has been the honor of my lifetime. And to all of my wonderful supporters, I know you are disappointed, but I also want you to know that our incredible journey is only just beginning. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
See, first of all, when Donald Trump told y'all to show up at the nation's capital, he didn't tell y'all to destroy the place. That's why he's shocked about the heinous attack up on the nation's capital. And like I say, he kind of, in a way, said some things, but he didn't tell you to go up there and destroy things. Now, when Trump says that he immediately deployed the National Guards, I don't know if that's absolutely true, because I've heard reports that it took about 3 hours for the National Guards to get there. And to me, it seems like he was trying to give those supporters a chance to get up out of there, but they hung around like a bunch of idiots, and hey, they got caught up. Now, Trump said the ones who went down there and committed those acts of violence, they don't represent this country. But I beg to differ, because they do. This is what we see all the time out of the majority of white people, is acts of violence perpetrated on us black people. So what he's saying about that now, that's not altogether true. I mean, it just seems to me that Donald Trump totally flipped on his base. I mean, you people, man, I mean, you know what? It's like a child. Some people, you have to tell them everything step by step. Don't leave nothing out. Because if you leave anything to interpretation, they're going to interpret it wrong. And what you people did, he didn't exactly tell you to go and do any of the things that you did when you showed up at the nation's capital. When I saw that video of the lady that was shot, some other guy had a video, and it was, somebody said, hey, guy got a gun. He's got a gun. And you can see the gun being pointed in the direction that the lady tried to climb through that window. And, hey, sometimes, you know, people they're used to getting away with certain things that they think they can do it all the time. But this is one time that white privilege didn't work. This is one time by you being a white lady that didn't work, because they shot that lady. And they probably feel sorry about it later on, knowing that it was a lady. But, hey, man, the way you people were beating on that door, trying to get in, what else did you expect them to do? And now you have people hollering about, oh, he shot an unarmed lady. How was he to know that she was unarmed? And then, speaking of weapons, they found pipe bombs. They found firearms. What about the guy that came in with those plastic handcuffs? What is that all about? I mean, hey, you people are in a lot of trouble. Now, you know, as a black person, I do know that sometimes they might find some type of way to let you people off lightly, because that's what they usually do. But I don't know about this time. I think this time they're going to try to make you people out of an example, because you have a lot of people that are screaming and hollering out that, hey, the world has seen that America has a weakness. And they let a group of Trump supporters take over the capital, the nation's capital. Now, I mean, they can say what they want about how they got those people out of there, but the way those people came in, if they would have really came in for blood, I think they could have really taken over that Capitol building. But, you know, I don't really think that they were all about that. You had a couple of goofballs in there that made things turn out bad. But I think that if someone seriously wanted to come in and infiltrate and take over the Capitol building, any one of these buildings, that they could do it. All they have to do is have a white face. You know, it's already been reported that some of these people have been lost their jobs already. Some of them have been recognized by their employers, and they have lost their jobs already. And like I'm saying, is they talking about 100 folks, 50. Hey, man, those pictures, there are thousands. So I expect to see about many more people that are losing their jobs from that stupid thing that they did up at the nation's capital. And, you know, like I'm saying, what was with those plastic handcuffs, what was your whole intensive purpose? And then what about the people that came up there with the noose? What the hell was that all? See, that's why black people are always talking about this Confederate flag and what it represents. And the people, the Trump supporters, mostly love that Confederate flag. And to prove that they're racist, what did they bring up there? They brought a little gallows. Say, man, like I say, man, this country is going to be destroyed from within. They're looking for some type of foreign invasion. It's not going to be any foreign invasions. It's because of all the different viewpoints. We just all forced to live with each other. And a lot of people, you know, we need some space. That's why it's good to have black neighborhoods and white neighborhoods. And then for the people that can mix neighborhoods. Well, people really need their space. I'm not a racist person. But when I'm at home, I would like to relax. And I can relax around black people. I like black music. I don't like the other type of music. When I'm trying to relax, I listen to all type of music, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Is that when people move to a neighborhood, they surround themselves with people that they are comfortable with. And right now, we don't have neighborhoods like that anymore. You know, people are just being forced to live amongst each other. They have this mug shot going around. It's not really a mug shot, but it's an image of this person of interest that they said that may be responsible for setting out those pipe bombs. Hey, I'm not no snitch, but what I'm saying is like this here. Hey, man, some people don't deserve to be living amongst other people. They're what you call a threat to society. And if someone went to the nation's capital to take it over, tie people up, and maybe kill people, you people are a threat to society. And hey, I don't know how many people it was at that rally, but guess what? Maybe if we get all those people that were involved in the mayhem, look how many racists and idiots we are going to get off the streets. They're always talking about getting the bad guys off the streets. Now you have the perfect opportunity to get a lot of these bad guys off the streets. A lot of bad guys that have been under the radar. They've been kind of hiding. Kind of know what they're doing. They do it, but then you don't know what they're doing it. So a lot of these people, these senators, and these ex-law officers that went out there, because I'm quite sure that you had a lot of police officers that were in that crowd. A lot of military personnel that were in that crowd. A lot of people that were in law enforcement, period, were probably in that crowd. Probably the reason that they didn't have no cops. So as I'm saying is that if they were to honestly and thoroughly investigate this, hey man, it's a lot of important people will be going to prison. And then I'm looking at some of the charges they're talking about. Curfew violation. I mean, how much time does that bring? A lot of these charges they're talking about bringing 10 years, even with the guy with the cop that came up dead. The most time that person is looking at is 10 years. When black people on the streets, hey man, some of these, you ever heard of 25 ag? So, the charges are still not what a black person would receive if they had done the same crime. They are very meticulous at the wording and what type of charges that they put upon these people. Because like I said, they really, really don't want to prosecute them. These white people are their soldiers. See, they just wish they would just learn how to control themselves. They ain't saying nothing about you being hateful and racist, just don't exhibit that behavior. Reserve it for the proper time. We don't know how long this is going to last, but expect more crazy times. You think these people are going to give up? As I said, when that man said, hey, he's got a gun, that lady still went through that window. Now, if there had been a group of black people and somebody said, hey, somebody already got a gun, I guarantee you not one black person would have went through that door. Not first anyway. A lot of these crazy people think, this is our country. Went to the nation's capital. This is our house. No, this is not your country. You just living here. And you people are going to have to find it out the hard way that this is not your country. And you do not represent the ideals of this country. You people are just being used. And, hey, now that you are no longer useful, they are going to discard you because you get in the way of business. These Trump supporters get in the way of progress. Hating a person just because. That's not good business sense. I mean, you're not going to make much money if you're just looking for one certain type of group of person to come do business with you. I want to do business with whoever wants to do business with me because I want to be successful in my business. And if I'm prejudiced, I'm not going to be successful. I mean, I don't eat pig feet. I detest pig feet. But just because you eat pig feet don't mean I'm going to try to kill you. That's you and your body. Do what you have to do to survive. My hat's off to you. See, I guess it's one thing about being a black person here in America is that since we've been here, we've had to bite our tongue. We've had to conceal our true feelings on things. And that's something that white Americans are just not used to. They're not accustomed to that. They're not used to, having to bite their tongue or to, being around somebody that you really don't care about being around. But, hey, man, y'all got to get used to it because, as I said, there's a big change coming. And, hey, if you don't change, I mean, you got to get out the game. And you know what getting out the game means is death. Survival is the name of this game. You know, I'm laughing like I'm saying Trump. You know, first he was talking all this old tough talk. Now he's talking about love and peace and getting along. Hey, like I say, you Trump supporters got played real good, and I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you. Because y'all people you didn't really think when you voted for Donald Trump. I really think it's all a plot, man. I mean, that's a whole different story. Because I'm just quite sure that the Republicans could have came up with somebody much more qualified than Donald Trump. But like I say, that's just on my feelings. Same thing with these Democrats. I'm quite sure the Democrats could have came through with someone more qualified than Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But like I say, I don't run Hollywood. But we are waiting and watching to see how long they are going to take to apprehend all of these thousands of Trump supporters. I'm quite sure they're giving you people enough time to get your money together so you can get you an attorney and to get your other business affairs in order. Because, hey, man, this trial is going to last a long time. And you better get your good attorney, man, because, y'all got some charges that they're going to bring upon you that's not going to be too good. Just a few weeks ago, I was on social media and white people talking about how black folks loot and all this type of stuff and destroy property. Not once have black people ever went to the nation's capital or something like that and destroyed property. But they are all silent when it comes to them doing things. When I look at those pictures, I'm like, man, these are a bunch of dumb rednecks. They climbing all, hanging on the statues, just a bunch of dumb people that they don't go, you can tell when a person never leaves the house. They're not used to going places. But, like I say, hey, man, that homeschooling is not where it's at. It's good to be around different people so you can see how other people live. And don't be so one-sided on your thinking. They're always trying to make these comparisons between black people and white people. How black people protest and how white people protest. Black people protest for a cause, man. We're protesting for a reason. What were these Trump protesters protesting about? Behind a damn election. What black people protest about lives, man. About the lives that are being killed. And, that's why I say that black people should pay attention. Because the way we go about doing things is just not working. And we're always getting slapped around. We're always getting the short end of the stick. We're always not being heard. We think we're speaking loud, but we're talking softly. All of you white people that follow Donald Trump's lead, Donald Trump is no longer the president. Now you people are on your own. And now that you're on your own, what you gonna do? There's no place for you to run and hide in this place named America. See, now you people are going to have to bow down. Now you got to get your spirits broke down. And I hate to see any human being go through something like that. But as I say, you brought all this upon yourselves. You thought it was very funny when black people were going to prison, when black people were getting killed by cops, when black people were being accosted by racists. You thought all of this was funny. Now, you have to... See, I remember all them old sayings, them old cliches. He who laughs last, laughs best.